Hello my beautiful babies, and welcome back to another video. If I knew studying law would be this difficult, I would have still studied it. Anyways, today's video is going to be on me prepping for an exam. I hope you enjoy and see why I've been so absent.
I cannot fuck with you, baby, you right. You are not for me, goodbye. You ain't shit to me. Shit to me. You ain't shit to me.
So I have an exam on the next day. I've actually written 2 exams before this one, and let me tell you, they were not good. And those ones were even like really tough. Like, I did all-nighters. I had to read throughout the night in order to write those exams. And so this one, I was like, okay, I can't take it for granted. I have to make sure I cover everything, because I realized that the reason why I wasn't really doing good in those exams was because I didn't read cover to cover. And even when I did read cover to cover, I read it with this notion that, it's not going to come out. It did. It came out. Yeah, I decided to read everything. And I've said this in a previous video, but I think it needs repeating. The way I read is that I first try to understand the concept, like just generally, and then I read in depth, I take notes and everything, and then I cram, because that's the only way I can pass in school. So what I did was I split my screen into 2, the PDF of the notes that I'm trying to understand, and then there's this video I saw on YouTube where the woman is just studying for 3 hours straight, and I was like, oh, that's a good motivator, because once I came into the reading room, there weren't much people there, so I was like, okay, I need something to keep me going, essentially. So yeah, that's why this screen is split into 2, and what she does is she reads for 15 minutes, and then we take a 10-minute break. So that's how I was kind of like cautioning my mind to do exactly what she was doing, and I liked it. It worked out really well, honestly. So I didn't read throughout the night. I didn't do what they call TDB till daybreak. So I decided to wake up at the crack hours of dawn to read. So what I did was that I read from 5:30 till 10 o'clock, which I think is a very good amount of time to read, honestly. So I did the first hour with her. This is me after the first hour. I went on a 10-minute break, and now I'm back. So after successfully reading for another 15 minutes, I had 1 minute 45 seconds left. So I decided to just chill and wait for the timer to run out. "20 minutes till I'm done with the last hour, and my battery is low. I don't know if you can see the red mark. Yeah, the battery is still 6%. Anyways, I'm actually done. All that's left to do now is to cram, which we are experts at. Yeah. I don't know if I should just shut down the laptop or if I should wait for it to die. Since I had already gotten far in my reading, I decided to do a little bit more cramming before I leave. After the second yawn, I realized that this is not life. This is not how life is meant to be. So I decided to close my things up and then go eat. I ate bread, tea, and beans, and then I took a nap, I think. And then I continued reading, and this part of reading was me explaining everything to my roommates to see if I could understand it. At this point, I would like to let all of you know that I'm planning to be a lecturer in my coming years because I am so good at explaining. Like, look at me go. After explaining, I decided to pray, and then I slept. I slept for like an hour because I was exhausted. When I woke up, I decided that Gari was what I felt like taking. So I decided to, take Gari and watch The Good Wife. The Good Wife, it's a law-related series and it's nice. I really like it. It's annoying half the time, but I watch it anyways. I prayed, and you should know that all these prayers are fake because there's no way I'm going to pray while a camera is pointed at me. Yeah, not a chance in hell. So I wanted to read the Quran, but then my roommate brought rice. So I decided that, let me just eat that while watching The Good Wife again. Life is good. Honestly, life is good. Then I recited the Quran, also fake by the way, because I would not be focused if the camera was on while I was doing that. After that, I decided to go back into the reading room and continue my sofa. So while reading, I met this girl at the reading room who just kept talking about how like she had to read throughout the night, on top of the fact that we were there at the evening. And I was like, this is such good motivation. Normally when people see things like this, it just makes them scared and stuff like that. But then I love it. Like, I even have this roommate where we wake up every night to read, and it's just a huge motivator. Even when I don't want to wake up in the night, the fact that she's awake at that time just gives me this vibe to want to be awake at that time. And I think that's very essential. It's not like we talk to each other, we're not even studying the same course at all. It's just so nice, like having someone to read with and keeping that vibe intact. As the night reached, that's what I did. I was just reading, trying to understand it, trying to make sure I understood what I thought I understood. And that was just what kept me there. But then what made me leave was the fact that they called prayer and mosquitoes were feasting on my legs. So I decided that, okay, yeah, let's just call it a night. So I made rice and egg sauce, which was nice. I'm a chef. Tell your brothers, tell your family members to come wipe me up. I ate, prayed, and went studying with my friends. What we do is that after everyone has read on their own, we come on the day before the exam and then we answer past questions, we explain things to each other, which is so nice. I mean, if I didn't have them, I don't think I would understand anything, because to be able to answer the question is entirely different from understanding the concept. And this has truly taught me that, because whenever I read with them, the questions are way more attemptable than when I don't read with them. You see, they ask.
I don't know. I don't read the Arabic part of all this course.
So wait. But I go do work for my room. There's this thing my roommate always says, which I completely agree with her. She says, God, we pray against wasted efforts. And right now, I'm praying against wasted efforts. I've been reading for the better part of the day, and it would be the worst thing in the world for this not to be a good thing, for it not to come out in my favor. We pray against wasted efforts. And still on that praying against wasted effort, I jumped out of my bed at 4 a.m. because I was scared that, what if I fail? And so I got up and I continued reading till I was satisfied. So the exam is by 10:30. It's currently 9:15 and I'm scared. I'm usually scared that I miss exams. Normally my phone is on do not disturb, but then when it's exam season I take it off, because what if they decide to move the exam a couple of hours and no one can reach me? That's literally my worst nightmare. It is. We're just doing a little bit of revision here before we get into the exams. So I'm done with the exams and back in the hostel, not my room, my friend's room. And the exam was not bad. It was honestly not bad.
in comparison to the first two papers I wrote, this was, I won't say a cakewalk, but I don't mean it. It wasn't a cakewalk, but it was not as difficult as the rest, and I'm kind of happy about that. I honestly didn't know what to expect, because the first two exams were complete shit. So I thought like, oh, this one might follow suit. So I was like, oh, let me not put my hopes up and everything. Well, I came out, I wasn't frowning, it was okay. I asked a couple of people, they said the answer that I put in some, and that was nice. My next paper is going to be on Wednesday, so that's a long time. So I'm going to go home and chill with my cousins, just eat and enjoy life a little bit for one day. It's my brother's birthday and my cousin's birthday, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I think now you have a glimpse of how tough life is. This is why I don't vlog. This is why I don't make videos, because like living life is so hard. Having to film the shit life that I'm living is way more hard. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends and family, because who doesn't want to see me? Yeah, bye.
We are sip the Henny for the day.